Well, hello there and welcome back. Today I'm headed to Disney World's Epcot Center theme park. Right now I'm walking past Disney's Beach Club Resort, which has its own little beach along the lake. And this one is Disney's Swan Hotel. Being that it's just a few days before Christmas, I expected to see 7 swans swimming, but all I saw was this yellow boat. Straight ahead you can see Disney's Skyliner Transportation, which we will take back tonight. Epcot was opened on October 1st, 1982 as the second of Disney World's current 4 main theme parks. There are also 2 water parks in Disney World, as well as Disney's Wide World of Sports complex, Disney Springs, which is a large shopping, dining, and entertainment complex, and there's a lot more in Disney World as well. It's really almost a city unto itself. And there's rumors of more theme parks being built here in the near future. Now back to Epcot. Like I said, the second theme park in Disney World. Epcot is dedicated to the celebration of human achievement, particularly technology, innovation, and international culture. Now on that line, this huge geodesic sphere is the symbol of Epcot Center. It's called Spaceship Earth. It acts like a time machine that kind of takes you through a brief history of humans and how we got to where we are now, using animatronics and storytelling.
Ancient Greeks were great in their future. First, they established public schools, and then began teaching literacy into something called mathematics. And with math comes mechanical technology and the birth of the high-tech life we enjoy today.
Coming up now to a little seated statue of Walt Disney. But for some reason my GoPro really didn't want to pick up the sound at Spaceship Earth very well. All of the cars going one after another, it wanted to pick up the volume from all of them at once, it seems. In person it was easy to hear them, but in the video it sounded jumbled, unfortunately. But it is a pretty cool little history lesson, and it goes from early humans all the way through the Industrial Revolution up to modern computers, and then goes on to ponder what the future will be like. Now let's have a look in this souvenir shop here. In the window you see Mickey dressed as an Italian gondolier in Venice, Donald dressed like he's a British palace guard, Chip and Dale dressed like they're Chinese, and Mickey again, dressed like he's French, with a baguette in his hand. In my Magic Kingdom video I mentioned about these Minnie Mouse ears. Like I said, they are extremely popular and worn by lots of girls and women in the Disney theme parks, and you can see them sold and worn everywhere. They come in all different styles and designs and themes. And if you're looking to spoil yourself with some snacks and treats, Disney does not disappoint. I think that Main Street USA and the Magic Kingdom and Disneyland is the best place to get them, but there are a lot of other good places as well. These goofy sour balls might just be my favorite. I've gotten them each time I've gone to a Disney park for years. They are friggin' good. This picture frame is pretty cool, with symbols from the Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and the Animal Kingdom. A Christmas tree ornament of the statue we just saw of Walt Disney. And here's a little miniature of Spaceship Earth, the symbol of Epcot Center. Now, the reason you saw those Disney characters dressed up in costumes from different countries in that shop is because this is the main theme of Epcot Center. As I mentioned earlier in this video, Epcot is dedicated to the celebration of human achievement, particularly technology, innovation, and international culture. And here begins where international culture comes in, at Epcot's World Showcase. There are 11 countries, including the American Adventure Pavilion in the middle, that circle the World Showcase Lagoon that dominates the center of Epcot theme park. I'm going to show them going counterclockwise from right to left, starting with Canada, where we're at now.
We always thought
Now, before I go into this Canadian shop, let me show you a map real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Down at the bottom, you see Spaceship Earth. Then up top, you see the 11 different countries' pavilions around the World Showcase Lagoon. We are in Canada on the bottom right of the lagoon. Now let's go have a look inside. Eh? Oh my, it's a panel of flannel. And here is the Minnie Mouse ears, Canuck style. Look at that, even some Canadian mounted police bears. And this must obviously be a replica of the famous Chateau Frontenac Hotel in Quebec. And these people are watching what appears to be a pretty exciting show. Oh, Canada. Now we are headed on to the United Kingdom Pavilion. Each country in the World Showcase features architecture of that country, cityscapes, shops, and restaurants, as well as landscapes and attractions. Some of them even have themed rides and shows pertaining to that country as well as live entertainment. These countries' pavilions are also staffed by people brought in directly from those countries under the Q1 visa program. So it's a really cool feature. They make these countries as authentic as possible. There are spots available for more countries to be added, and there's been times where countries were scheduled to get added that fell through. But I would imagine in the future there will be eventually more countries. I can think of a number of countries that would be very cool, with unique customs and cultures that could be added to this.
Oh my, it's Mickey Mouse.
Let's take a look around this British shop. Here they can make family crests with your family's surname. Now I'm not real familiar with soccer, so maybe that's Northern Ireland. It doesn't say that, it just says Ireland. And if it is, I'm not too sure that Ireland would consider itself part of the UK, but I'll leave politics out of this.
Oh, sure, and we'll be thanking you for doing that as well, sir.
And those are some pretty sweet swords, I must say. It's pretty cool that these shops have some Disney things pertaining to these countries, but also some products directly from these countries. Here is some British candy, or as they would call it, sweets.
We have most of the candy here.
Should show the prices for like the jamming dodgers.
Yeah. They have products about what I expect here.
And since it is just before Christmas, they've got Santa Claus or Father Christmas or different characters. explaining how the different countries celebrate Christmas in a lot of these lands.
Them with the rest of the world. And indeed, in the end, I believe it was the immortal bard William Shakespeare that said it best. Ever against that season comes, wherein our Saviour's birth is celebrated, no spirit dare stir abroad. The nights are wholesome then. No planet strikes, no fairy takes, no witch hath power to charm. So hallowed and so gracious is the time. So, my friends, on behalf of all the villages and towns of merry old England, here is wishing you all a very hallowed and gracious Christmas indeed. And now, if you will indulge me, I would like to leave you with one last Christmas wish of my own. Please, sing with me if you'd like. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you very much. Happy holidays. Very well. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Delightful. Thank you. Jordan, do we have a few moments? I can meet with some of my friends here. Delightful. Hello.
Let me know, because I won't be done till 1:10.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to no.
You'll notice a lot of the Disney characters of stories that take place in England, like Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland here. Walker Shortbread with King Charles and William and Kate. Now that screams the UK.
Blimey! Crumpets and tea with Mickey? What a splendid idea.
Oh boy, it's a date! The iconic red British telephone booths.
Fun fact, you can. Yeah. We might be
No.
You know what's good for my back and forth?
One of those, the dragon flag. It's like where you lay down flat and then you lift up your body to go like almost there. I guess it's like but you like train for it, like partially. Yeah. Man, you think you're strong until you start.
I tried to get it right.
Wait.
I'm gonna get some ice cream and friends, by the way. So
We'll see you in a few weeks.
You might think that we are still in the UK, but we are now headed to France. You could say this is like an above ground channel. Ah, welcome to Gay Paris.
Definitely another one of the fun things to do is to try all of these different countries' delicious foods.
Sacre bleu!
That was not me. If only there was something worth taking a picture of around here. Oh, I know. How about your hand?
Can you guess who I received a letter from?
Francois.
Oui, Monsieur Francois. He emailed me this morning. So, I think he believes in the paper right now. What of you? Do you believe in Carnival? Do you believe in Christmas? Then say with me, Merry Christmas in the language of my country, La Belle France. It is Joyeux Norway. Oh, you? Hey, merci. It is such music to the ears. Et joyeux Noël. Et bonne année. Joyous Christmas. And good New Year ever. Maintenant, we have a very good minute in the photograph. If anyone
Some festive Christmas decorations with some French landmarks, such as the Eiffel Tower. And the Arc de Triomphe. And this is a popular treat at the French Pavilion. A pressed brioche ice cream sandwich. Delicious.
Still not bad considering the scoop is much more.
Yeah, it's almost the same price.
Sorry. Thank you.
Plenty of souvenirs in here, and some French perfume in here. They smell good here. I really love the way they've made it look like you're on the streets of Paris. And now, let's go have a crepe. And look at that, there's the Eiffel Tower. The real one might be just a couple of feet taller. And France is one of just a few of the pavilions that has a ride, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. It is one of the 4-dimensional rides where you wear 3D glasses and it comes out at you. Having been to all the actual countries that are represented in Epcot, it's kind of cool to see how good of a job Disney has done. And I'd say quite well. Not everyone might know, but much of the beautiful architecture you see in these countries are real places. Like, I can recognize the Kotobia minaret in Marrakesh, Morocco, right here.
So it means we are heading to Morocco.
Now, the Morocco pavilion is not as big as some of them, but you can enjoy their beautiful architecture and some delicious food. Some great, authentic, original Moroccan souvenirs, like plates, traditional clothes, and Moroccan lanterns, which I consider among the best and most beautiful in the world. And how about some live Moroccan music for entertainment? Shukran, Morocco. Well, in front of me, that looks like the beautiful city of Kyoto. So that can only mean one thing. Boku wa Nihon ni ikimasu. I am headed to Japan. Now, I wouldn't wager any money on it, but I believe that might be the Yasaka Pagoda right there. But there are a number of beautiful pagodas in Kyoto with similar architecture, so I can't be 100% certain of it. Anyway, we are now here in the Japan Pavilion. Osugunate sumimasen. Now let's go look in some of the Japanese shops.
Nani? Pikachu Masu?
There's a lot of Japanese souvenirs here, like Pokemon, Hello Kitty, and modern Japanese popular culture, to traditional culture like origami, kimonos, yukatas, and samurais, and lots of Japanese candy and snacks. Let's take a look around.
unleashing a curse on Charlie.
You want a t-shirt?
That's gonna be quick. That's gonna be quick.
This is the Museum of Cute, and as soon as I stepped in, I agreed. And if anybody's been to Tokyo Disneyland, you may recognize Duffy Bear, whose stuffed version is quite popular at the Disney parks over there. Now, this is a replica of the Coronation Hall in Japan's Imperial Palace. And the white building in the background, I'm pretty sure, is Himeji Castle. And inside the castle is a gallery which displays both traditional and modern Japanese art. And straight ahead is a torii gate, which is a Shinto shrine. Perhaps it's the Torii of Miyajima. You can see Spaceship Earth right between its pillars. And they do perform taiko drumming at different times during the day here.
Yeah, that's a very universal, probably a lot more scale of business.
Down here is a Japanese koi fish pond. And there's the taiko drum. Well, I guess it's time to say goodbye to Japan. Hey! Sayonara. And good morning, USA. As I'm now headed to the American Adventure Pavilion. Next. And if starting off a pavilion with a funnel cake stand is wrong, well then I don't want to be right. The American Adventure is the name of the American Pavilion, as well as the name of the main attraction here, an audio animatronic show hosted by Mark Twain and Benjamin Franklin, featuring animatronics and a 72-foot digital screen, featuring American legends from Thomas Jefferson to Teddy Roosevelt, and covering major American historical events that helped shape the country and propel it to greatness, such as the writing of the Declaration of Independence, the Boston Tea Party, George Washington's winter at Valley Forge fighting the British for independence, the Civil War, World War II, and lots more. These pictures on the wall were all drawn by former American President George W. Bush of former soldiers. And yes, I also thought that was Macaulay Culkin, and I was just relieved that he wasn't home alone this Christmas.
Mr. Twain, what do you think of our America now?
I think the founding fathers never dreamed of an America like this.
Of course not. We weren't dreamers. We were visionaries.
Like all the countries here, there's plenty of good food. Choosing can be the hardest part, such as the Regal Eagle Smokehouse Barbecue Restaurant. But this does not have to be a predicament. This is the conclusion I've come to. I'd like to think if John F. Kennedy were here today, this is the question he would ask.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what country's food you should eat. Ask why you can't eat every country's food. Therefore, as a hungry man, I take pride in the words, Ich habe Hunger.
And on that note, here's my American holiday table. Slow roasted turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and more. Merry Christmas indeed. And I didn't even get upset with them that they were slow in roasting my turkey. Gobble gobble. Then actors Ralph Macchio and Gary Sinise hosted candlelight processionals with a choir as they read passages of the Christmas story while the choir sang Christmas songs.
Everyone, please welcome this evening's special guest narrator, Gary Sinise.
Good evening. Welcome everyone. How are we tonight? We're good?
Get the door.
Yeah, great show for you. Walt Disney began the tradition of candlelight procession at Disney, whose name was Mary. Came to her and said, "Angels, the Lord is with you." But she was greatly troubled and saying, and tried to discern what sort of greeting this might be. The angel said to her, "Do not be afraid. You have found favor with God, and behold, you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus."
Make sure you are inside the white line.
Well, straight ahead I see the St. Mark's Cathedral bell tower in Venice. And that can only mean we're coming up to the Italy pavilion.
You got it. You got it. Sounds good. All right, love you. Let's go.
That is beautiful, and they've done a great job of making it look like Venice. Bellissimo!
I just walked back here for
Definitely a beautiful piazza. Now let's go look in some of the Italian shops. Coming through the door, the first thing you see is Venetian Carnival masks. Here you see backpacks, pillows, throws, and more, with Mickey and Minnie Mouse in a gondola in Venice. That says Viva Topolino. Topolino in Italian means Mickey Mouse, and so it says Long live Mickey Mouse.
Grazie!
I like mine.
Dolce Pizza. It's a house made of fried dough pizza with the sugar and cinnamon. It's a magnifico. Ciao, Italiano Pavilion. You are gonna love it, and the Bambinos are gonna love it too. Now let's move along, Piccolinos. And now we are going to the German Pavilion. I am certain that you will find it wunderbar. The German Pavilion kind of gives a look like the old, beautiful German small town of Rothenburg ob der Tauber, with that classic German architecture. I will give you 3 seconds to get away from the fountain. If you fall in, you will not be 1, 2, or 3. In fact, I would bet that you would be all wet. Aha.
Otherwise, there's the front of the park.
And now, if you will kindly take your attention to the Glockenspiel, you will see the duck, which has run amok. Run, Herr Donald, for you are not Mickey Mouse. That buffet sounds pretty nice. I don't have room for it right now, but I'll make sure I get a German dessert before I leave the pavilion. Now let's take a look inside some German shops. Right away, that Spaceship Earth made out of crystal looks pretty cool. And here, if you buy one of the German Epcot glasses, they will engrave your name into it. Lots of German Schnacks, Steins und Kuckucklocks. I've always thought that cuckoo clocks were pretty fascinating, and these ones are pretty cool. And who doesn't need a Lederhosen t-shirt? And look at that design, a Mickey Mouse Deutschland pretzel.
Oh, girl, every part that is black people will mom the hell out of these pictures and videos.
Now this sign says the romantic road, Fusen. And if you're not familiar, Fusen is the town nearest to Neuschwanstein Castle, which is the German castle that Walt Disney modeled Sleeping Beauty's castle in Disneyland after. It is an amazingly beautiful castle and very popular with tourists. Caramel Kucha, handcrafted caramel treats. Well, now you're talking my language, and I don't mean German.
Can I get the pretzel together? Yeah. We're all together? Yeah. Okay. Let's do that here.
I ended up getting a caramel apple something in there. Some kind of treat. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was delicious. Well, that's gonna be it for the German pavilion. Let's move on to China. Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen, Deutschland. All right, China, ni hao are you today? Let's stop and watch some of this cultural performance of a Chinese lion.
The lion is happy to meet you. The curious lion explores the surroundings. The lion is tired from dancing and tries to take a cat nap.
For anybody who's been to Beijing, you will instantly recognize this building, an extremely impressive replica of the Temple of Heaven, or Tiantin in Chinese, where the Chinese emperors would come to pray for a good harvest. Inside this one, there's a 360-degree movie called Reflections of China, as well as a museum that contains several ancient Chinese artifacts. And look, there's Mulan.
It may be said that the history of the Chinese people is not written in ink, but with water. The mighty Yangtze River. A fellow poet once wrote, traveling against the currents of the Yangtze is more difficult than climbing to heaven. That may have been once true, but no longer. Mountains and valleys touches the lives of 500 million Chinese.
I'm pretty sure if the history of China was written in water, it would have evaporated a long time ago, but I digress. Let's look around in the shop. The Good Fortune Shop. Well, I gotta tell you, lots of foods in these pavilions sound great, including in this Chinese pavilion, as Chinese is one of my favorite foods around the world. But Lay's potato chips spicy crawfish flavor is enough to make me lose my appetite pretty quick. Gross. And this straight ahead, I can see one of the symbols of Norway. It is the Borgund Stave Church, I'm quite certain. So, very obviously, I am coming up to the Norway Pavilion. There's a few of these old stave churches left in Norway, and the architecture is quite unique and beautiful. This is really a good replica of them. Norway is also one of the pavilions with a ride. It's called Frozen Ever After, and obviously pertains to the Frozen movies. I was recommended by a friend to try the Norwegian school bread here. My stomach was recommending that I try everything, but then I heard Elsa say, "Let it go, let it go, turn away and slam the door." But then I thought, well, that's just rude. So I just got the school bread. It was not frozen, and it was good.
5 yards. First down.
We're on the board, Kyle.
Back.
This is the new vitamin C3 with SPF 30. Some damage causing
Some Norwegian style Minnie Mouse ears over here.
Still on my card. Use it. Still on my card. Use it.
Some Norwegian candy. Cram Pa Dig. Alright. And here's the guy who keeps messing with you on the internet. And you can't have a Norway pavilion without some Viking stuff. Although if you plunder and pillage the store, you will not be going to Disney World anymore. And look at that, a pillow with the Norwegian flag and a Mickey face, and the Borgund Stave Church. Well, before we head on to the Mexican pavilion, let's find out what the Norwegian Santa Claus has to say, shall we?
On a cold winter's night, they leave me good hot porridge. They leave me good hot porridge. Oh, what rhymes with toodaloo? Oh, I know. They leave me good hot porridge. It's high in fiber, too. Well, now you know a little more about the...
And now we go to the Mexico Pavilion.
The Mexico Pavilion's main building is this Mayan-themed pyramid. Inside is the main area of the pavilion. There's a Mexican village and market themed to look like it's outdoors at twilight. Then there's a Mexican restaurant at the edge of a lagoon, with another Mayan pyramid and a smoking volcano. Hola, señorita. This lagoon is also part of a boat ride called the Gran Fiesta, starring the three caballeros. And you can go by while people are eating dinner. Adios, Mexico. And there are a few can't-miss rides at Epcot, starting with the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which is an exciting,
Star-Lord,
thrilling roller
enjoy the
coaster.
mission. Don't do anything I wanted to.
Alright, so everything's on the table?
Even Star-Lord approves. And if you're a Marvel fan, not only will you love the ride, but you'll love the gift shop at the end as well. I would sum it up by saying, I am Groot.
And welcome to the treasures of Zambia. We have thoughtfully marked our prices in your Terran denominations, so you don't have to worry about converting your credits. You are welcome.
And of course, even Marvel-themed Minnie Mouse ears. And another can't-miss ride is Soarin' Round the World, a simulated hang glider flight to different landmarks around the world that you will see, feel, and smell. At night, Spaceship Earth comes alive with colors. And finally, to end the night with Epcot's nightly show, called Luminous, the Symphony of Us.
We begin to understand what our instrument can do.
I know you wanted to get a churro. I don't want to get a churro quicker.
There's Epcot's Christmas tree. And here's the monorail. But that's not the way we're going back tonight. Epcot is a great theme park, always a fun time. And now to take the Skyliner back. And so goodbye, adios, sayonara, arrivederci, masalama, zaijian, and au revoir from Epcot Center and Disney World.
At Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.